Hey, what's up? It's Alex. Today we're going to look at a sample answer to the IELTS question, describe a journey that you remember well. Let's take a look. When I was 15, I went with my family on a long trip around a bunch of national parks in the western United States. When I was. When I. We connect the n and the I together. I went with. The T disappears. It's a glottal stop. Went with. I went with my family on a long trip around a bunch, around a. This duh kind of disappears. Around a bunch of national parks. So if I speak quickly here, I'll say buncha. If I speak a little slower, I'll make it bunch of national. Both are okay, but buncha sounds a little bit more informal. Around a bunch of national parks. In the western United States. In the. We connect the n and the th together. In the. I can't really remember. This T becomes a glottal stop before an R. Can't really remember how much time we spent at each one. We spent at each one. Spent at. We spent at each one. This T totally disappears. Spend at each one. And at becomes really de-stressed. At. Spend at each one. But the whole trip took about 3 weeks. Took about. So took connects together. How about 3? About 3. It's not about 3. It's about 3. There's a glottal stop first, and then I say th. About 3. It's not connected with the T and TH. It's just a glottal stop first. About 3. And the same thing here. 3 weeks in total. At that time, glottal stop, then TH. At that time, I was just beginning to take pictures. Just beginning. This T disappears. Just beginning to take pictures. Take pictures. This k is unreleased. My tongue is in the position for k, but it doesn't release the sound. Take pictures. As a hobby. So I loved seeing. This D kind of disappears. I love seeing all the different landscapes. Seeing all. This ng and the sound connect together. Seeing all the different landscapes. That was, again, the t in that becomes a glottal stop. That was also when I first got to practice. When I connects together. First got to. So here, first got to. We don't say gotta. First gotta practice. That's got to, like I have to do something. I've got to go to school. But got to practice. I got to practice. I could practice for the first time. First got to practice. Driving a car. My parents let me try driving. Let me. Glottal stop. Let me. My parents let me try driving for a few minutes. Furra. Both of these sounds are de-stressed. For a few minutes. Out on a really lonely road. Out on a. This t connects together, it becomes a flap. Out on a really lonely road. Out on a really lonely road in a desert where it was safe. Where it was. This it takes a glottal stop. It. Where it was safe. It's been a long time. It's been a. This I at the beginning of this sentence kind of gets de-stressed, so we kind of begin the sentence with ts. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been to parks like that. Been to. This to becomes t. Been to parks like that. And I definitely, this D in and isn't pronounced, and I'd definitely connects together. And I definitely like to see them again. Like to see them. This to becomes t. When I was 15, I went with my family on a long trip around a bunch of national parks in the western United States. I can't really remember how much time we spent at each one, but the whole trip took about 3 weeks in total. At that time, I was just beginning to take pictures as a hobby, so I loved seeing all the different landscapes. That was also when I first got to practice driving a car. My parents let me try driving for a few minutes out on a really lonely road in a desert where it was safe. It's been a long time since I've been to parks like that, and I'd definitely like to see them again.